I mean,
Yeah.
I think at least this is how I understand it. Even though the issue would be with Denzel, and obviously, I think people don't really understand game politics. Would be like, why not like just focus on the one person. I think
It's the
by
message.
them, yeah, they send a message by saying like, have Denzel not fuck with us, and we won't fuck with all of you. And then there's also like, I guess it's a mental warfare because by them, I guess, attacking other officers or whatever the fuck. I'm not sure if you're the only one or not, but like, I guess they're creating a sense of distrust between you and Denzel and any other officer that's attacked, and then potentially a sense of distrust between whoever's at the top or whoever's in charge of Denzel or whoever's above Denzel that could rectify the problem. If those people aren't rectifying the problem immediately, seeing how the PD's getting fucked with, that's also a sense of distrust. Essentially, they're like, what they're doing is physical, but they're also like creating a mental attack as well just by doing that sort of thing. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm assuming you're probably wondering why the fuck hasn't anything been done about Denzel if
They're running
I don't
into the
know.
same thing too. I mean, there wouldn't be a reason for the outburst unless they were questioning it too, right?
Yeah.
I think I think the interesting thing about the Denzel situation is I have seen Denzel maybe 3 times in the last 7 months.
Hmm.
So when they said Denzel, I'm like, dude, what do you want from me? I barely know that
Yeah.
guy. So, but they did. I will say though, uh, they I don't even know how to say it. I asked them for a favor. I asked them if I could make a phone call to say goodbye to my family, and they allowed that, which
And I'm assuming that may have been Rue.
it wasn't around. I ended up calling Etta, but the good thing about Etta is that I knew number one, I had a conversation with her that didn't end on a very positive note last time, so I wanted to make amends with that. But two, I knew that Etta would reach out to everybody in the family and would also notify whoever she needed to notify. So I kind of trusted her with that so that she would do the right thing. Because I didn't want to have my
Hmm.
one phone call be, Rue going to sleep and I had no idea, or calling Ziggy and finding out he didn't answer and being told, nope, that's your one phone call. I called someone who I knew would answer the phone if I called.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't want to be a cop either and have them think, what the fuck? I try not to be dumb about it. I was
Did
very,
did anyone even go out looking for you or?
yeah, I guess they found me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how long were you missing before they realized, oh, something's fucked, you know? Unless
So
like you were out
the
and about by yourself, then I guess no one could know. But if you were like near
I,
people,
I was
they
off
can.
duty.
Okay.
In fact, if you would like to know the exact detail, I was not only one off duty, but two, I had a potential police candidate, how I'm going to word that,
Mm.
who had an application in, who bombarded me as I walked out of from the back. I couldn't even call it I was off duty. I signed the paper saying that I was blocking out. And do you have a cigarette by chance?
I do.
Thank you. You're the best.
No, you good.
Um, so I signed off duty and I was speaking to this potential candidate who had been waiting. for a response for his job. And I told him that I wasn't part of the, personnel and training and stuff, and I'd have to reach out to the respective parties. But he cornered me immediately. Tried to be as nice as I could, and while that was happening, uh, people rolled up, and they walked up, and this candidate looked at these guys and said, "I've been trying to talk to this guy for 5 hours. Leave me the fuck alone. Back up. You can have your turn after." And I'm like, "Stop talking."
Wait, this guy said that to them?
Yeah. I felt a need to have to keep him safe, and I looked and I'm like, "Listen, give me 2 minutes with him, and then I'm yours." Because I knew if I tried running, that would not have ended well. I figured if I was to have any way of getting out of that, it was going to be through just sheer respect. And they went, "Nope." So I looked at the guy I was talking to. I said, "Stay out of it." And he pulled out his phone and they said, "Don't even think about calling the police." And I found out later that motherfucker never called anybody. So to answer
Yeah,
your
my opinion
question,
is that guy should even fucking have an interview if he hasn't had it,
oh,
because
I've already reached out to people and I have been told that
Jesus Christ.
I won't say who I spoke to, but I've been told by somebody that while they're while they have a say in it, that person will never have a job. Um, but to kind of long story answer your question,
Yeah, that would never fly in, that would never fly in ADMC. We would fucking,
I
Jesus.
you know
I
how
couldn't
many
even imagine that
yeah.
happening.
Every time I'm talking with Rue and she's like, "Hold on, radio's going off," and she'll walk away and be like, "Yo, you
Yeah.
good?" And make phone
Oh yeah,
calls. Like you guys are on that.
oh yeah, it could literally be someone tapping the radio. We don't,
Oh my god, that was
they say
Flippy.
one thing, we don't hear a response. We're immediately going, we're not,
I think it
it
was
could be
Flippy.
them.
I'm definitely not Monkey
I
Mask
don't know.
ID and the
They're like, oh,
driver,
sorry
but
guys, I was just doing something. I didn't mean to alert you. Like, we won't be upset. We wouldn't be like annoyed that we've spent time looking for them. Where it would be believe that they're okay. So saying to me that,
hmm,
I get the guy who's probably ambitious wanting a job, but fuck,
not
that
anymore.
is most definitely not someone you want in uh by your side,
No.
because if he's willing to treat a cop's life like that, I mean, fuck, he'll any civilian or criminal he deals with is probably gonna get worse.
Hmm. Yeah, we had a relatively short conversation, but it was very clear when I said, "Don't hurt me," and I jumped in the back of a trunk that should have been a pretty telltale sign that, hey, uh, maybe I should contact authorities. And instead, he went around and told people the day after that he still needs an update about his PD application, and he spoke to Flop yesterday, and I'm like, this motherfucker. So yeah, he's not getting a job, but
Yeah,
it should have been a 5-minute search, and instead it probably was 20 minutes after, because
bro. I'll, I mean,
you can speak bluntly, you're good.
I'll be honest. Like, obviously, I'm a criminal, but if I was in his shoes, I would have fucking called the cops like 3 minutes later. Like, I don't know what that guy's doing. Obviously, I wouldn't. I mean, that would get me fucking killed. Obviously, just calling cops or just fucking doing that type of shit. But like, if that guy wanted a fucking cop job and then was like, yeah, whatever. Like, send that man to Parsons. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you Kelly are better than Jesse. He'll at least want to talk to me. I don't think Jesse likes me.
It's. I'll be honest. It's the uniform and the badge. That's it.
Mm.
Besides that, probably you know Jesse doesn't fondly like doesn't take too fondly to cops.
Is there a reason
But
why, like, she, like, forget, like, hate, but, like, she has a pure despise?
I think it's a time in the city, just
Mm.
history with cops and all that. Because I can fucking. Yeah, I think every member's got their own personal experiences as cops, and it makes them distrustful and not wanting to really do anything.
Yeah. I think if there was anything I could do to make amends with Jesse to let her know that I'm not a bad one, but that would never happen. It just wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there have been times where the good cops that I've dealt with have turned. They've gone around and like, while they probably didn't do it intentionally, they most definitely like showed me a side where I'm like, all right, so you lied, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I I live and breathe a very strict set of morals for myself because I'm not about the arrest. I don't give a shit about that. That's not my drive. It never was in the PD and it never will be. But if I pull up to a group of 5 people and they're handing off
yeah.
drugs in front of me, you know what I'm doing? I'm turning around and I'm driving away and moving on with my life.
Oh yeah.
I am, because at the end of the day, a couple bags of weed don't mean anything to me. But if I pull up, I have a nice quick conversation. Obviously, they're doing what they're doing. And it's like, all right, have a great day. And I drive away and I leave them the fuck be. Next time I pull up next to them, they're going to remember I'm that one cop that let them get away with a couple bags of weed. What the fuck do I care? But if that means that
Yeah.
down the road, there'll be a built relation. And I do that with everybody because the reality is, if I were to call one of you and ask, hey, did you do that shit? I bet you may say either, I don't tell the police things, or you just be like, yeah, I fucking did that shit. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? And the difference is that there's at least that built trust to know that I'm not maliciously asking. I'll just ask you if you did something. And
Yeah.
if you say no, guess what? Cool. I move on. I'm not one to pick and prod, poke and prod. But I don't know. It's funny. I just had a car pull up to me, um, up in Sandy, and it was kind of funny because these guys were like, "Is this an undercover cop car?" And I'm like, "No, this is just my car." Now I can understand why they say that. I mean, low key, this looks like a fucking cop car, so I get it. But
Hmm.
um, they were like, "Damn, you look like you're about to Rico people," and I'm like, "You know what's funny? Years ago, I tried to Rico the Vagos, and the PD got mad, and one of the guys in the car goes, 'Oh shit, Flop, is that you?' Like, who the fuck? Like, do I know you?" He goes, "This Junior Diaz. You subpoenaed me during the investigation when Chino was murdered." And I'm like, holy fuck. And in that conversation, they just did nothing but hype up how good of a cop I was. And, the reality, Kelly, is I don't do anything that's special. I'm not in terms of like morals, like I'm a good cop. But in terms of who I am and the actual job to a T, I'm not the greatest cop. I'm not the best cop. I let things slip. I'm a little bit more lenient with a lot of things. And I tell everybody, cadets, and I'll even tell high command, there's zero secret as to why people feel so strongly about me. And it's not because I'm doing anything right. It's because I treat people like a human being.
I was
Like,
just about to say that it's actually kind of terrifying. Just as a person that lives in the center, is that the difference between a good cop and a bad cop is that they treat you like a human being. That's the
mhm,
difference,
yeah.
which is insane.
I mean, not for nothing. The example I've been telling everybody recently is probably one that won't sit too well, at least with you guys, but I'm gonna use it anyway because you'll at least know who this is, right? Um,
Mm.
I was telling people in the PD, I said, if you approach Irwin Dundee as BBMC Irwin Dundee, or even better, you approach him as BBMC guy, He's not gonna approach you as, Flop Dugong. He's gonna approach you as Cop and Badge. But if I call Irwin Dundee or I speak to Irwin Dundee and I talk to him as Irwin Dundee, he's not gonna remember Cop. He's gonna remember Flop Dugong. And if you do that with people, for example, Kelly, if I look at you and say Kelly, I don't go,
Yeah.
hey, look, it's my favorite ADMC member, because now I'm putting a title on it. If you just put the
Yeah.
title aside and I mean, besides the fact that I actually like you, so I would never do
Yeah.
that to you anyway. But if an officer were to approach you and be like, "That's the ADMC guy," you'd be like, "Yeah, that's the fucking cop." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a title on things. That's where the bridge falls apart. And I just don't do that. I leave the title out of it, and I leave it to, you know, you as a person. So that's the reason why people are up in arms about, oh, he's a great cop. I'm really not. I'm just a good person. So kind of fucking insane to think that there's so little of that I get the praise for just doing what I think is just common sense.
I don't think I've really had any bad experiences with the PD. Uh, Obviously, the PD would be aggressive because the things that I do, maybe during chases and all that, and I feel like it's fair. But I don't think I've really had a bad experience with the cop.
Did you
Not
win your
yet.
street race?
No. I mean, it's for whenever I get caught for a cash exchange or whatever.
Ah.
I think I've been caught a few times at this point, but
Hmm.
no,
I was
I don't
talking to
think there's
Ziggy
been.
earlier, and he's like,
Mm,
he was like, Kelly's busy. I'm like, what is he, robbing a cash exchange? He goes, no. I said, what is he, running drugs? He goes, no. And he goes, you used to love it, which funny enough, I used to street race too. But I'm like, oh.
yeah.
I'm like, was he winning?
Sitting out Milton's. There's only like I think it's just me and Ziggy awake from what I could tell. So
Hmm.
just
Yeah. Yeah. I know Ziggy was worried, but I guess a lot of people were checking in. I don't even know who visited me at the hospital, to be honest. I figure not a lot of you did, because would
um,
it'd be a bad
I just
image.
assume if I'm not on the EC, I'm not gonna be able to visit anyone. So
No, that's fair. I don't
but
uh I don't know how it
I
works,
think
to be honest.
I think from what I know, because we have a resident. We have a member that honestly I think they have a fast pass to the ICU with how many times they go. Benny.
What did Benny do?
Benny Benny got himself into an altercation, or like he got himself into an accident, and then as he was coming out of the ICU, recovering from said accident, he got into another accident and sent himself back to the ICU. So I now know how ICU protocols work because that motherfucker's gone back so many times.
I'm trying to think
Uh,
of a good name for Benny for that.
for the fast pass,
You should start
because
calling him ICB, Intensive Care Benny.
oh my god, I can't remember what joke I made the other day. Was it? Oh, I was saying to Benny if he's gonna start street racing. I was like, listen, if you have a street race, you should have your nickname should be I see you in second place. And he's like, "What?" I'm like, just think about the first three words I just said. He's like, "Oh, fuck you." I'm like, "Yeah,
Holy fuck. That's
yeah,
fucking good.
yeah." We Benny's I feel like a local punching bag, but it's I don't know how he does it. We insult him, but he's like, it's okay. I riz everyone up, and it's actually true. I don't know how he does it.
Benny
He's
rizzes people up.
uh yeah.
Really? He's
He
a little
literally
rizzler?
he's what's that? He did like Carmel is interested in him, and he actually didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. She's like, she wants to go on a date with Benny, and we're so like gobsmacked because like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I don't even know how I did that. I didn't do anything.
The
I was just
fuck?
I was just near her. I'm like, bro.
What? I don't remember what Benny like looks like to a T, but is he like tatted up and looking badass and shit?
Um. Oh, if you ask anyone in ADMC what Betty will look like, it was one common word: bald.
Ah,
That's it.
they
He's
don't
a
need a baddie, they
local
need a
baldy.
daddy.
Yeah.
Damn.
There are some times where he jumps on the radio and someone will just scream out bald. It sounds like we're bullying him, but I guess we are actually. Never mind.
I think it's okay to bully.
Yeah, he can take it.
Yeah. I think if it comes from a place of love, I mean, you're
Oh
bullying
yeah, we never mean
you're
it. It's just like
you're
it's one of the
bullying the
boys, I
guy for
guess.
being able to pick people up. Good for him.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. Damn. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
I think Rue visited you, but I remember having a talk with her before about because I like Rue. I don't know if you know about this about Rue, but me and her were before she was BBMC. She was Beach Crew, and she was actually the person that brought me into Beach Crew.
Uh-huh.
So we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah. You know, it's so
So when
crazy to think about.
yeah,
I didn't know Beach Crew, but I knew Rue, I think before Beach Crew.
mm-hmm.
Her first arrest, if I recall correctly, was me, and I arrested her for DUI. And I told her, for DWI, and I told her, I I asked her, I said, "Is there anything I can do to help you? Because I don't want to keep seeing you do this." And it was a very short altercation where I sent her. And looking back at it, I told her, I'm like, it's kind of funny after all these years. Here we are. I said, if there's anything I wish I could still buy you, would be a tractor.
she I'll be honest, I don't know how she did it. She lost the cops a few times in that lawnmower, and I still don't to this
I
day
let
how
her borrow mine, and she ran from the police, and she got away.
yeah, I don't know. I gave her my Kuruma, and she could not get away for some reason in that. And then you get her in the lawnmower, and suddenly I just hear over the radio, "Yeah, I'm VCB. I'm good." I'm like, "What? How the how the fuck does that happen?"
I don't know how she ever got that thing didn't even hit curbs. It was so fucked.
That thing went like 30, and like,
Nowadays, I could actually camber the wheels and lift it. Oh my god! Wait a minute, I could camber. Fuck!
oh
I
my god.
wait. I gotta get a tractor. Holy fuck!
Rue had that. She had a dune buggy that she would always get pulled over in because I think it was like not road legal from what I remember. So she'd just get constantly pulled over in that thing and still lose the cops in it. She had another car or another vehicle. I can't remember what it was.
I
I
don't
think she had the
know.
Yosemite.
That's what I used to have. I used to have the little Yosemite. I actually bought another one. I forget where is it right now. I have one. The state ruined my boy. That was I used to race a Yosemite, and now I don't because that thing gets barely up to 60. Where the fuck is this thing? And my felon's an impound. Go fuck yourself. Where is this? Ah, it's in Polito. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what a good race car is nowadays, but I
Mm,
know everyone's rocking the Gauntlet or the Camaro or fucking what's that other little one that everyone's driving nowadays?
Gauntlet's like the Gauntlet is like what was a good starter race car back in the day? I feel like it was like what maybe a Penumbra or
Yeah, like the
what was it,
Penumbra was
the Massacre or something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
except the Gauntlet is like for 100K it can compete with like LEGs and for raw GTs, but that's like you put like money like
Mm.
turbo and stuff into that's where you like get most bang out of your buck.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
Caledino can help you.
Let me know if I have to step away.
What it, Want to buy a car? Yeah, I can head over to Moses real quick. All right, too easy. All right.
I'll give you a ride if you want to.
That is strange. I thought I thought I had this person's number. I guess not. Do you want to come with us, Ray?
Sure.
Come
I don't know what it
along.
is, but when I feel like let's say if I had a say I had a piece of food or a drink, if I try to drink it, I'm suddenly holding it instead, as if I'm gonna place it somewhere. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like forever holding things, no matter what I think about.
Do you know how annoying that is? I'm gonna stop and grab your money. 3,200.
Yeah.
Okay. In the PD, sometimes that'll happen while we're like in the middle of a shootout, and people are trying to pull out their gun, and they're pulling out their taser to throw it. Oh, it has happened, and trust me, it is as annoying and as scary as you would imagine. I had someone I had to try and tase, and I pulled out my nightstick to try and throw it.
Spunk him in the head. It'll be easy.
Oh, God. Honestly, if I could bonk people in the head, holy shit, I wish. There you go.
Well, oh, wait, that's right. I got arrested for it, so I can say it. Plus, yeah, if I'm snitching myself. I remember stabbing Bones in the sewer. That was a good time.
Bones in the sewer?
Yeah, I was trying to get away from obviously the cops and.
How long ago was that?
This was, I can't remember. I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago. I was running away from the cops. I had a crowbar on me, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna unlock this sewer. So I unlocked it. Went down to the sewers.
Yeah, Flop's
There was
got
a local
money.
car blocking one of the tunnels, and I'm like, well, shit. And I saw no way out. And at that point, they started beating me, and I was like, well, okay, well, now it's self-defense. That's how I justified it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he called himself Mr. Worldwide. I guess I got shot by Pitbull or something. I don't know.
Oh
what
my
his name
God.
was, but, yeah.
Oh, man. No, don't worry. Flop finally called him out on it that Finn snitched. Buy Ziggy a gauntlet. That annoys the fuck out of me. That actually annoys me. You're never gonna unsee that now.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I got a vent.
You got a what?
I got a vent.
Okay.
Why does this say B rakes?
Yeah, that is.
I just noticed that, and I'm never gonna
That's
unsee it now.
terrible.
Yeah,
Who
that's
the fuck.
fucking egregious.
So who spelt wall of shame like that? What the fuck?
Wait.
That's
I
terrible.
mean, when you say it with your accent, it sounds like right.
I mean, yeah,
But-
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a no, but like.
Yeah, but if I say
wow.
wool of shame.
Yeah, wool of shame.
Wool.
And now it sounds like English in a certain like region of the UK. It's a wool of shame.
Wool of shame. Got that like really heavy UK accent.
Yeah.
Hey, how much are gauntlets?
They're like how much is it, Roy?
They gotta be
It is
expensive.
It is
96.
94,000 right now.
Oh, really? They go down in price?
Yeah. I think that's the lowest they usually go. They go 94, 96 usually.
Not
And they go
bad.
up by- They go up by 5% every time someone buys one. So
How big of a turbo this guy got today?
Ah, fuck. I can't even tell. I'm surprised no one's come past and put the, like, what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, to be fair, there's Bozo's like the only one that's usually around these hours.
Yeah, I don't have enough rep to be able to. Can you tell, Roy? Oh, no.
No.
Fuck. Good sir, are you able to tell what type of turbo he's got today?
Yeah, give me a second. He's not talking to me now.
What an asshole.
Damn. What a maybe that's why no one got it posted.
I just talked to him a minute ago. I just came back to my
Ah.
an engine. Now I can't.
Now we need Flop to save his money. We gotta make some. We gotta make bank.
Oops, sorry,
What's
boss.
going on?
My bad, my bad. I didn't. I wasn't looking where I was going. My bad.
Oh. Yeah, it's all good. You good here?
Yeah.
I got a turbo in this thing. It's all right. I think this.
Yeah,
I think this
bullet
one.
from what
We're good.
bullets with 100 mil turbo, or that's what I got in my car. If it's still in there, I'll be honest. People yank turbos out of cars like it's nothing. But I think it goes.
Who was that? I forget
It
his
goes
name.
So quick,
He's
I have
actually a
to
nice
limit
guy,
it,
but
otherwise
I
lose
forget his
control,
name.
'cause I don't know if you've ever driven like a super fast car. When you hit the absolute max, it's like
It's yeah.
it's like G-force. You can't even control where you're
yeah.
looking.
I have to lock my speedometer a mile an hour under to avoid that.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it's weird. It's like the car feels like it's just gonna tail whip.
Yep.
I got you your money, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the life right now. I'm just kind of taking a
Yeah.
slow recovery. It hurts to talk. It hurts to do a lot. I'm not even supposed to be smoking cigarettes, but
No, he's gonna kill me now.
no, he's not. Because I told him, I said, honestly, it's either that or I'm gonna go seek out more morphine. Because that's been my fucking
Green
demon.
whistle. Oh, speaking of green whistle,
Oh,
Rue,
shit.
because Rue had someone give her a goodbye present, like a wrench. I don't know how she did it, but she managed to fall off the red garage.
Oh
top
God,
floor, so
that's
she got given a
unfortunate.
green. She got given a green whistle and was a bit loopy. So when I dropped her off Polito, I think Dark was home. He has a not a gauntlet, a ruiner, right?
Yeah, he's got the pink ruiner.
Yeah, I think he was. Or his car was out in the driveway, so I
Oh,
assumed
thank
he was
you.
home. So yeah,
Appreciate it. Who's Gauntlet?
this is mine.
It's
Yeah.
not often you see him with the chromed out rims, but with the light blue, it looks so good.
Yeah, everyone has blacked out wheels, and I'm just like, fuck. I like chrome rims. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I don't know what
no,
it is, but they just look nice.
nah, I
There are
like
certain
it.
cars where they should be like the rims could be blacked out. Like this one, like this works.
Hmm.
But then there are some cars where I'm like, the car looks good enough. It should, the chrome just helps.
Yeah, no, I think if it was a dark blue, it'd be different. But I think with it being a light blue, it's got that accenting that it needs.
Yeah.
But what's up, Mike? Appreciate
Another
you
thing
being
we
here.
was
How
talking
you
about
doing?
was, well, going back to the beach crew thing.
Hmm.
She tends to talk to me a lot about her issues and stuff, and
Yeah.
she was talking to me about her issues of, I think concerns that like, what was it? I think it was because I mean you have a few police officers in your family. I guess it was like them doing things that might hurt you guys and vice versa, and just her concerns. And she was worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that her concern is invalid either. I mean, I get her concern.
Yeah.
Um, there was a big tension switch there, family wise, that the thought that what would ever happen in a situation where either one of us were sort of in the line of fire of each other, what would we do? Because would we ever be able to live with ourselves if we ever were in that situation? And I was sort of just reassured from Rue that she is she's not a very violent person toward police and hasn't been in quite a while. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but the
Yeah.
likeliness is incredibly low. So,
I think being one of the closest people to Rue, she's changed a lot since 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago, that would be like, I guess you could, like, that was Rue. Like, she would be aggressive towards cops no matter what. Because
mhm.
cops, used to, just fuck with her all the time. But I think she was shown kindness, especially towards, I guess, the end. In Sanguino, that she shown kindness from, like, DOC and PD that she didn't expect, and kind of, I think, over the years may have shifted her perspective a little. So she's not from what I've seen, she's not as aggressive towards PD. No.
Hmm. I mean, I told her, and I have no problem. Oh, give me a second. Sorry about that. I dropped my phone there.
Oh,
Actually, I forgot I had this cigarette. Um, but um, I think the thing with Rue, and I don't want to speak for her, but at the same time, I told her, and I tell everyone this, that I care about the people that I care about, not because of what they are, but who they are. Because on the surface, people know Rue as ADMC Rue, right? I mean, that's pretty obvious. But beneath the surface, to really get to know somebody, because obviously most people see people in gangs and groups, and you wonder, okay, what are they doing? But no one really goes to those people and asks, how did you get here? What led you here? What was like? What's your story, right? No one, no one asks that question. Everybody just assumes conclusion. People read the cover of a book, but they don't want to read the first sentence, for lack of a better term, right? So I try to be a good one. I try to be I try and give people that opportunity. And after I really got to know Rue, I grew to have so much respect for her. And I told her that I would understand if she never saw me uh, in any positive light, considering my occupation. I said, but I told her to, I told her that I would always have my hand out if she ever needed anything. So I tried to reassure her that I'm not here to incriminate her on anything. I'm more than just a cop. And it's funny because the difference between Rue and myself, and most people is, I mean, in a weird way, you guys have been an outlet for me outside of my occupation, and hearing a different walk of life essentially is different. It's nice, and I feel like more people don't do what we're doing right now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think if every officer spent 20, 30 minutes, an hour off duty and just got to know people, PD would be a very different place. You better not be finishing soon. Sock, you got a little bit of time. It is getting late though, so you got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I don't see too many cops off duty most of the time, I think. I think I've only seen you and possibly Sky Faye, like, off duty. I guess, or out of uniform. I'm assuming she may be off duty
Krona, thank you
anyway,
for the
but
15
you know,
months. I appreciate
I
you.
don't,
How you
I don't,
doing?
I hardly ever see cops out of,
Thank you so much. Can we get some
off
hearts in chat,
duty.
please? I almost wish it was a requirement that people met an off-duty quota and were willing to go off duty and meet people. Because the problem is that people People think that if you go off duty as a cop, you're still a cop. But the reality is, to be honest with you, if I see some small petty shit, I don't give a damn. Only time I have to call something in is if someone gets shot or stabbed like in front of me. Right. Outside of that, I don't really give a shit. But most people see that differently. Most people see that and they're like, "Oh, off-duty cop, you're gonna report everything, fucking cop." I'm like, "No, do whatever the fuck you're gonna do. I don't really give a shit."
Yeah.
So, can we get a bunch of hearts in chat, please, for Corona with the tier 3? The support is so greatly appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I think right now my biggest hurdle in life is trying to find a way to form some form of normalcy again after what I went through. Because, Kelly, to keep it blunt with you, I think I talked myself out of a bullet, but I really thought that my life was over. I genuinely thought that that was it.
It is a harrowing feeling.
Yeah. I guess outside of my life though and everything about me, have you guys been doing okay? Have you been good?
Yeah, I've been alright, not bad. Yeah, just living life one day at a time, figuring things out. I feel like money is so easy to make, like just normally, but it's still such a. It's like a height you can't. It's like you're stuck on a mountain face, and you need to get to the next, like the next step, but you just
Mm,
can't do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't I guess respectfully I can't talk too much shit about that. My pay is pretty good.
Mm.
I have more money than I know what to do with. I just keep buying Rue and Ziggy cars, giving them $5,000 allowances. I'm just the cool dad who doesn't know what his daughter does with her money, but I keep giving her the money. But I mean, if you ever need a loan for anything, just let me know. I got no problem covering you.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. I don't like owing people things, but when I do take a loan, I'm usually
Mm,
I'm in the mindset I pay it back first before anything. I don't like to go afford other luxuries. You know.
yeah. I think there's very few things in life that I will do with a constraint on. I'm a firm believer in if I can afford it, I'll buy it, and if I can't, I won't, unless there's a time restriction as to why I can't. But I don't know. I might uh I might take a ride back up to my place for a little bit, go hang out,
Mm.
see who's around. Um, but do you need anything? Are you good?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I just want to talk to you and see if you're all good
No,
and all that.
absolutely no. I appreciate the conversation. I haven't talked to anybody in 2 days, so it's been nice to talk to somebody. To be honest with you, been hard, but
Yeah.
I'll let you guys be. Uh, I'm bad with names. Forgive me. Ray, is that correct?
Roy.
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 I apologize.
Yeah.
Roy, I don't know if
You're
we've
all
met
good.
before. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Um, normally a cop, but a fun guy on my off time.
Mm-hmm.
She's a duck deer usually, so
Oh,
as well.
well then
Yeah.
I've probably met you before.
Probably at some point. I have a bad memory though.
I have a horrible memory. People are like, Flop. I'm like, hey, how you doing? So good to see you. Hey, hey, back and forth. And then I'm like, I feel bad. I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
Need so many people in the day. Hospital especially.
At least you, I mean, you never get mistaken for a BBMC member like I do. They are BBMC Kelly. I'm like 5 years ago, motherfucker. I ain't the guy.
Yeah, don't worry.
Like,
In
oh,
5 years,
they're
I
like,
changed.
my first thing to say is like, his name is James.
Jesus Christ.
They're like, they're like, you're not BBMC Kelly. I'm like, it says ADMC, motherfucker.
Yeah,
You
your
can't
cuts look
read.
nothing alike, which is
Yeah.
good. What the fuck? How did they
I mean,
fuck that up?
there was a time where someone thought I was BBMC Kelly, and they wanted to buy a crowbar, so I just went along with it and made the sale. And I don't think they, I don't even know if
Do you hope that
they
James Kelly one
realized.
day got that and then the guy's like, "Hey, we met. You sold me a crowbar," for him to be like, "Who
Yeah,
the
he's just
fuck
like,
are
I didn't sell you a
you?"
fucking crowbar.
I'd like to
I
think
don't know.
James Kelly would just fucking pull out a
I don't know
knife and
why
be like,
his
"Get the
voice is very, he's monotone Australian. No, I didn't sell you a fucking crowbar.
yeah." He'd be pissed off.
Oh yeah, especially he'd be like, fuck, I could have made 4,000.
Fucking hell. Oh god, Kelly, you're a good one. Don't let anyone tell you differently.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna head up to Polito, but if you need anything, give me a shout. And Roy, it was a pleasure. In case we haven't met, if you need anything, feel free to reach out.
Mm-hmm. Same for you.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'll let you guys be.
No worries.
Thanks again for
Stay
the
safe.
repair. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Why does Roy sound familiar? I don't think where I know Roy from. You were at her wedding? Oh my god, that's right. I didn't realize she got married to Kelly? Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to that wedding. Roy is the club's other old lady? Yeah, but who was first? Yeah, Chad, Books and Artemis, y'all decided to share a fucking brain cell today. Can you share it with me, please? She was first? Fuck, no! I gotta kill Roy now. God damn it, man. I didn't think Flop was gonna have to kill anybody recently, but proving me wrong, chat. They've been together for like 7 years. God. Literally 2 nights of a poison, a person. Excuse me. You're the only gay old lady though. Thank God. Good old Flop. Oh shit. Sorry, give me a minute. Fuck, I have a package delivery today. I hope I don't have to sign for that. Why does Flop not have an old lady fit? I don't know. Roy is a club mom. What is Roy's character's last name? I'm trying to think if I know her by her character's last name, Doctor something. Is it Dean? Did she change it? Okay. Because I know Flop didn't change his. So Roy Dean. Roy Dean Rin. Okay. couldn't remember if oh man, I don't know. Oh, Coulter Wall. Very on par today. Pretty good songs? Really? I'm trying to think if that's where I know her from too. I don't know. She sounded so familiar. Like I don't know. Sober was my fave. Damn. That's awesome. Cap's new song, I haven't heard it yet, but I saw he posted up about it. I do want to go listen to it at some point. Or more so Jesse's song. No way, Cap did a song for Jesse? Oh man, that had to be good.
Whoa!
What are you, some government fucking spy?
Son!
Dad? I was gonna run that thing the fuck over.
What the hell?
Jesus, I was gonna run that thing over. In front of the house like that?
And what? You get out!
I got out today. I'm sorry. Hey.
No. Are you all right? Are you?
Yeah. I mean, they stitched me up as good as they can.
God, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
No, it's
my
okay.
bad.
No, it's good to see you too. It was a rough time. It was probably the hardest thing I had to go through in a very long time. But,
Come on, let's get you inside. Come on. Pull this thing up.
all right.
You want me to do it? We will show me the keys?
Nah. Well, actually, yeah. You know what? If you don't mind.
Yeah, show me the keys.
It hurts to turn my neck. Here, I'll unlock it for you. Pass us through.
All right, go inside. Come on.
The parking spot's like next to the curve here. It's a little weird to get to. Our place or your place?
It's up to you, mate. Honestly, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, come on. I got some chips from the bed. I've just been watching Downton Abbey.
Oh,
So
okay.
your dad's gone shopping, so I
Oh,
mean,
nice.
we can just chill there if you want.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not in a rush to be anywhere. I'm taking it easy. I haven't been to work. I went to the meeting today and that was it. They put out a pretty egregious announcement letting people know to pretty much stop fucking visiting Mirror Park.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No. Put your feet up, mate.
I appreciate it.
You can sit on the bed. It's okay. It's just the bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was been the longest 48 hours of my life, I'll tell you that much. I got no problem telling you everything. I know you're gonna not say anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was in no way your fault, but you scared us pretty bad there. I'll be honest.
Dad, I scared myself. I didn't. I called Etta and said goodbye because I didn't think I was gonna live. I figured they were gonna put one in my skull. and they spared me and fed me to a mountain lion instead. And, you know, both are situations that I never want to be in, but you can't train for a bullet, but you can train on how to approach animals. And it just so happens that I spent a good part of my career doing it, so I did what I could. I'm glad I didn't find hot lead in my body, but before I walked near the cat, I looked behind me to see if I could have a chance to run, and I had a gun aimed at the back of my head. But I'm wasn't trying to be dramatic. I wanted to do the right thing, and I tried.
It's all that matters is that you're here and you're here, and so you did the right thing, son. So
Yeah. I mean, do you want to know what happened?
ah, I got a pretty good idea. So I don't want to have to put you through reliving anything. I'll be honest.
I think talking about it actually helps. It's hard, but it helps.
Then sure, yeah.
Yeah. Um, there's a couple parts that are hard to talk about, but I'll get through those. Um, I was going off duty to go back up to the house. I had put my gun up, put everything up. I actually forgot my civilian firearm in my locker, and looking back at it, thank God I did. But there's an individual who I will tell you the name of, but I ask that you just kind of keep it to yourself. Not that it's a secret thing, but I told Ziggy without giving a name, and he was pretty upset about it, so I don't want to upset him or have him be irrational or put his anger on someone else. But do you ever meet a PD applicant by the name of Pullet? Pullet O?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Mr. Pullet's been trying to apply for the PD for about 3 months. His full name is Pullet Ovar.
Right.
And yeah, we told him in the interview that he needed to reach out to the government about some kind of a name change because, or not even a name change, just some form of an abbreviation. Because, yeah. Anyway. He's been reaching out, trying to get an answer, and I'm not part of PNT anymore. So I had literally walked out, I signed my name, and before I could put out my 311 saying that I was 1042, Bullet comes running up to me, and he wants to know what's going on with his application. And I told him that I wasn't part of PNT, and that I didn't know what was going on, but I would reach out and try and get an answer for you. We started talking for a little bit. A couple minutes later, between 4 and 6 people surrounded me right in front of MRPD. And it was who I would have to imagine was Hydra.